Interest rates are up, the market shift is here, and everyone is wanting to know, is the real estate market going to crash? And I'm wanting to buy a home, but should I buy now or should I wait? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Lauren Stark. I'm a local realtor and native Las Vegan. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the market shift and what it means for both buyers and sellers, and talk about how I think that what we are seeing now is a little bit different than what we experienced back in the 2007-2008 crash. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button for all things Las Vegas real estate and lifestyle related. Let's just jump right into it. Let's start with the term market shift. The market is simply normalizing. The past 2 years in the housing market all across the nation has been completely crazy and certainly not sustainable forever. So a slowdown was bound to happen, and a normalization in the market is actually a good thing. Every month, I receive a market report from Credit Suisse, which surveys all the realtors across all the major housing markets in the United States and gives the key takeaways and then breaks it down by city. So I wanted to share a few of those key takeaways from the May market report. There was a sharp drop in buyer traffic as the interest rates increased. The spike in interest rates was also larger and faster than in previous cycles of interest rate increases. That was certainly true in Las Vegas. We did see a decline in buyer traffic. The home price index remains positive. However, it is down from the month of April. In Las Vegas, in the month of May, we set another record for the median home price at $482,000. That is up 25.2% from this time last April, where the median home price was $382,000. These double-digit appreciation rates year after year are just not sustainable, so the market normalization is a good thing. It's important to note that Vegas still only has a 5-week supply of inventory, which is still a pretty tight supply of available homes and nowhere near the 4 to 6 month supply of inventory that is in a normalized market. Not surprisingly, the time needed to sell a home lengthened. We are not seeing the frenzy of 18 offers being received within an hour of listing the property. Another important note to mention is that in the month of May, 33.6% of homes were purchased with cash, which is up from this same time last year, where about 30.9% of homes were purchased with cash. This is one of the reasons why I think that what we are seeing now is a little bit different than the market of 2007 and 2008. Las Vegas has experienced a record number of inbound migration from other high income tax states, and many of those buyers are purchasing with cash. Something else to factor into your decision if you're on the fence about buying is the rental prices here in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has experienced the 4th largest rental increase in the nation. So what used to be affordable is no longer so. So it's something to take into consideration if you are looking to rent, what your mortgage payment would be relative to the rent that you're paying, because the monthly rental rates have gotten so expensive here and we still have a very limited inventory of rental properties. If you're in the market to purchase a house, here are some positives. There's more options to pick from, more inventory on the market, so you have more selection. You're also, as a buyer, going to have more negotiating power, and you're also not going to be competing with 18 other buyers and getting involved in a bidding war. If you are in the market for a new construction home, I bet that new home builders are going to start offering incentives to home buyers. I think year end is going to be a great time to start shopping for a new home if you can find a standing inventory home that the builder is sitting on, because those builders want to remove that inventory before the year end numbers. Rates are expected to continue to climb, so if perhaps you are on the sidelines and wanting to buy and not wanting to get involved in the frenzy of the market and the bidding war, now is a good time to start shopping. Remember that real estate is a good hedge against inflation. You're also going to want to make sure that you align yourself with a good lender and realtor, as a good lender will have many different options and loan programs available for you. A good realtor will be able to come up with creative solutions to make it a win-win for both buyer and seller. So did you know that you can ask a seller to contribute towards your closing costs, and part of that contribution could go towards buying your interest rate down? So there are options and negotiation tactics that can be used to get you the best deal in the current market environment. What does this all mean for sellers? Well, for sellers, you have to stop being so greedy. The opportunity to list your home for $25,000 or $50,000 more than what the house just sold for yesterday, those days are over. You're definitely going to want to be more realistic, aggressive, and proactive in your pricing strategy. You really want your property to be priced just right as soon as it hits the market. And we're seeing that happen in the Las Vegas market as well. Properties that are priced appropriately are seeing offers still within about 15 to 21 days. But what you don't want to happen is that you price it too high and then neighbor down the street lists it lower, and then you're having to lower the price and chase the market down. So best to come out with a great pricing strategy right out the gate. Also be open to offering buyer incentives and understand that the time to sell your home is going to be a little bit longer. In normal market, it would take about 60 to 120 days to sell a house. And also remember that if you purchased your home more than 2 years ago, most likely you have some pretty nice equity in your home, and your mindset should be that you're still capitalizing on that investment. And remember that real estate is all about timing. And while you might have missed the prime opportunity to sell at the very peak of the market, your attitude should be that you'll make it up on your next real estate purchase. In closing, let's talk about the key takeaways. Real estate is all about supply and demand. Right now, the Las Vegas and Henderson area still doesn't have a lot of inventory. As I mentioned previously, we're sitting at about 5 weeks supply of inventory. And of that 5 week supply, many of those properties are tenant occupied, looking for an investor to purchase. A normal market has 4 to 6 months supply of inventory, so we're nowhere near those levels. Many people who did buy in the last 2 years locked in at very low interest rates, and a lot of homeowners who didn't buy refinanced at these record low interest rates. So most likely we're not going to see a drastic amount of inventory hit the market unless those homeowners are forced to sell for whatever reason. I believe that no state income tax states such as Nevada and Florida, Texas, etc., are going to continue to see record inbound migration, keeping those states a little bit more protected from any sort of correction that we're going to see in this market. Las Vegas has experienced record inbound migration, especially so over the past 2 years, and that trend is just going to continue. Couple that with the fact that we have very low property taxes here. We're just a very tax-friendly state in general. We have lots of sunshine, lots of things to do, and no natural disasters. That Las Vegas, Nevada is still going to see some nice appreciation, just probably not at the 25-30% double-digit levels that we've experienced over the past 3 years. The decline in traffic does raise concern. However, that is offset by the limited inventory and the rising rental rates. Interest rates historically are really not that high. However, it has taken away some buyer affordability. If the trend continues, which it's looking like it will, then interest rates will continue to rise. I believe that real estate is a good hedge against inflation. You can always turn a property into a rental, get that income, and your mortgage payment goes towards your equity and something that you own. With what's going on in the stock market and the crypto market, this is one of the reasons that I love real estate so much, is because it is a tangible asset. You can touch it, you can see it, and you can feel it. And at the end of the day, what are the two basic things that people need to survive? Food and shelter. We are personally buying a new construction home in the state of Florida, which should be ready at the end of September. So I'm not just saying these things to say these things. It's because I really do believe in real estate and building wealth through real estate ownership, especially for the long-term investment. Well, I hope you found this video informative. I'm now on TikTok, so you can follow me there at the Stark Team Real Estate. I post my more day-to-day and lifestyle content from here in Las Vegas and also in the state of Florida. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye for now.